This is Pastor Alex. I want to come on here to give you some updates regarding COVID-19. But before I do that, I want to just say thank you. Thank you so much to all of you who have been so flexible and understanding. Those of you who continue joining us online or in person and doing the whole RSVP thing. You know, a few weeks ago, we added our third service to our Sunday experience, and it's been going awesome. You know, shout out to the Dream Team. Thank you. I'm so proud of how our team is working together to provide this clean and safe space for people to come and worship. And thank you to all of you who've come in the building with your mask and just following guidelines. I know that there's so many opinions and so many thoughts on this, but the truth of the matter is I'm just incredibly proud and honored to serve here at Vertical Encounter with amazing people like you that have been doing a great job during these difficult and challenging times. You know, a few days ago, our governor and even our mayor here in Waukegan made an announcement about cases that are rising in our area. We knew this would happen. We had anticipated this. And so what we're seeing now is not only a rise in COVID cases, but also a potential for this virus to affect a lot more people in a more, I guess, aggressive way. And so what we've decided to do here at Vertical Encounters to honor what our mayor has asked. And so for the next 2 weeks, we are going to move all of our experiences online. So whether it be our Sunday morning experience, our Wednesday night prayer meeting, all of our small groups, every experience that we have here at Vertical Encounter will now be moved online for the next 2 weeks, all right? During those 2 weeks, we're obviously going to keep an eye on the information and make sure that we're making a decision that makes sense for our context, all right? But here's what I really want to tell you. Although we're moving everything online, there are 3 things that I want you to focus on during these next 2 weeks. 3 things that I've been announcing for the past couple of weeks or so, but they're incredibly important to me, and they should be incredibly important to you as well. The first thing is that we're going to operate out of love and not fear. We're not closing down, or I should say, we're not moving online because we're afraid or because we want to instill fear. I think there are plenty of other people trying to instill fear in you. We're not one of them. We're doing this out of love. We understand that many of you and also many of the people that you love have been affected by this virus in a very, very big way. And so our hope is to contribute to help hopefully positively affecting this potential rise in cases. Our goal is that we don't add to that potential, but we take away from that potential in doing this. So we're doing this out of love. We're not doing it out of fear. I promise you that. The second thing I want you to remember is that you are the church. You know, when this whole thing started earlier this spring, earlier this year, that is, a lot of people were saying, well, the church is closed down, and it was difficult for everybody, don't get me wrong. But one thing that we've learned is that whether the building itself is closed or not, whether we're doing live services or online, the church remains intact because the church is you and the church is me. And so during these 2 weeks, we're going to be the church. You're going to tag people on Facebook or send them the YouTube link, and you're going to reach out to people, and you're going to pray in your homes, and you're going to gather your family for Sunday morning experience and Wednesday night prayer. You're going to join a small group on Zoom, and we're going to continue being the hands and feet of Jesus here on earth for these next 2 weeks and beyond, right? And then last but not least, we're going to allow God to do what He does. We're going to create that space, but at the same time, we're going to do our part. So we're going to do our part, and we're going to create space for God to do His. And what that means is, during these 2 weeks, it's going to be incredibly challenging for you to join us online. For those of you that have been joining in the building, you're probably going to say, well, I got 2 weeks off. Listen, don't build that bad habit. Do your part, right? Stay home if you need to. Do what you got to do to help impact this curve or whatever is coming. But at the end of the day, create space for God to do His part. Don't disengage with God during these next 2 weeks. Don't disengage with your small group during the next 2 weeks. Don't disengage with the Word of God over these next couple of weeks, all right? So those are the 3 things that I want you to keep in mind over the next 2 weeks. If you have any questions, reach out. But again, for the next 2 weeks, and we'll get you more information. For the next 2 weeks, we are going to be moving all of our experiences online, all right? So I'm excited to see what that means for our church. I'm excited to see what that means for our community, and stay tuned for more information.